Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello my dear students, welcome back to First Commerce Accountancy online classes. Let's move to solve the next sum, that is second one. Journalize the following transaction in the books of Haripreet Traders. 2018 January 1st started business with the cash rupees 1,65,000. Second, bought goods for cash rupees 20,000. Jan 5 sold goods rupees 10,000. Jan 6 commission received rupees 1,000. Jan 8 furniture purchased rupees 5,000 and Jan 10 purchased goods from Rahul rupees 15,000. So now we know that first, what is the first step before to pass the journal entry? First step is identify the accounts involved in a transaction. We should identify the accounts which are involved in a particular transaction. After that, we should analyze the transaction. Like we should identify the accounts first. After that, we should analyze whether it is increased or decreased. Then we should apply the rules of debit and credit. So let's see. The first one, started business with cash. So what are the two accounts are involved in this? Yes, correct. One is cash, another one is capital. Cash and capital. Next, we should classify the account. We should classify. How we can classify the account? Classification of accounts means what? Cash comes under asset or liability or expense, like that. So cash comes under asset. Cash, buildings, bank or furniture or motor vehicle or machineries, these all are asset. So cash comes under asset. So first one, asset. Then we should analyze that. When we are introducing some cash into business, then it shows increased value or decreased value. Correct. Here it shows increased value. So increase in asset is to be debited. Increase in asset is to be debited. And the next case, capital. So if the owner introduced some cash when starting the business organization, then it is called as capital. Here capital comes under capital account only. Capital account. Then analyze this whether it is increased or decreased. It shows increased value. After that, apply the rule. Increase in capital is to be credited. So which account is debit, which account is credited here? First one, cash account is debited, capital account is credited. And afterwards, how we can record the transaction in the books of journal, that is original book of entry. In the first line, we should write the debit aspect of a transaction, and in the same line at the end of the column, we should write the prefix DR to record the debit aspect of a transaction. And in the next line, we should leave the sufficient space for margin. Then we can write the accounts to be credited. Accounts to be credited with the prefix to. Okay. So first in date column, it is a format of journal. Date, particulars, LF, debit amount in credit amount in rupees. And heading like this, solution journal entries in the books of Haripreet Traders, who is the owner of the business, Haripreet. So 2018 January 1st started business with the cash. Cash increases. So cash account debited to capital account. To capital account. So narration, how we can write the narration here? Business started with cash. So next step, we should write the amount. So business started with cash 1,65,000. and credit amount is also same 1,65,000. Okay, so it is the first journal entry for the transactions. Business started with the cash, and next step, bought goods for cash. Here is also, see, bought goods for cash. We should identify the two accounts in a particular transaction. So what are the two accounts here? Bought goods. So one is bought means what? Purchases account, and one more account is cash, because to purchase something we have to pay cash. So our cash shows reduced value. Say 1,65,000 minus 20,000. That is the analysis of this transaction. So purchases account, purchases comes under expense, purchase comes under expense account. Whether expenses shows increased or decreased, expenses here shows increased value, increases in expenses. So increases in expenses is to be debited. So increases in expenses is to be debited. And the next one is cash account is affected here. So cash comes under asset. Afterwards analyze that account, means whether it shows increased value, decreased value. Here cash shows decreased value, because to purchase some goods, business owner have to pay some cash, so it shows reduced value. So next application of rule, decreases in asset is to be credited. Decreases in asset is to be credited. So in first we should write in first line we should write the debit aspect, in the second line we should write the credit aspect of a transaction. So first we should write the debit aspect. So which account is debited here? Purchases account, because as per the rule, increases in expenses is to be debited, decreases in asset is to be credited. Correct, right? So purchases account debited to cash account. January 2nd. Narration: purchased goods for cash, costing rupees 20,000. 20,000. And okay, and the next third one, sold goods rupees 10,000. See, when there is just like this transaction, like this, sold goods, then we should assume that transaction is relates to cash transaction. It is not a credit transaction. This transaction is relates to cash transaction. We should assume like that. So sold goods rupees 10,000. Say when we involve with the selling activity, then we will receive some revenue. So our cash shows increased value, and sales comes under revenues account. In the previous sum we discussed about the same concept. Sales means it is considered as revenue. So revenue shows increased value. So revenues also increases, cash shows also increased value. So what are the two accounts are involved here? One is cash, another one is sale. So sale means revenue, revenue shows increased value, increases in revenue is to be credited. The first, as per the rule, increases in revenue is to be credited, and then the next cash comes under asset account. Increases in asset is to be asset, cash shows increased value, because sale, here sale, okay. So increased value, so increases in asset is to be debited. So debit aspect we should write in first column, first line like this, January 5, cash account, because it is to be cash account is to be debited. Why it is to be debited? Because increases in asset is to be debited. Here asset in the form of cash increases. So cash account debited to sales account. To sales account. How you can write the narration for this? sold goods for cash. Costing rupees 10,000. 10,000. Okay. And the next one, come to the next transaction, commission received. Commission received. So commission means what? Receipt, all receipt comes under revenues account, means all those are revenues, commission, interest received, dividend received, all these are what considered as a revenue for the organization. So one account effect here is commission account. One is commission. Commission. Commission means revenue increases in revenue. Increases in revenue is to be credited. And afterwards one more, when we receive commission, that is normally in the form of cash. If it is clearly mentioned like commission received by check, then that check goes to the bank. So check comes under bank account. Where otherwise, if just sentence is like this, like commission received, then we should assume that transaction is relates to cash transaction. So commission and cash are the two accounts are affected. So cash comes under asset account. So increases in asset is to be debited and increase in revenue is to be credited. So we should write the first, in the first line we should write the debit aspect of a transaction. So which account is affected, which account is debited here? Cash account is debited here. So cash account debited. We should write the word debit at the end of the column, debit, and we should leave the sufficient space for the margin, and then we should write the credit aspect of a transaction with the prefix to. So to commission account. Commission account. Say for example commission paid, then commission is considered as a expense for the organization. So increases in expenses is to be debited, decrease in asset is to be credited. Vice versa entry we should pass for that transaction. Here like this, cash account debited to commission received or to commission account. Date January 6. How we can write the narration for this? In bracket we should write like this, commission received. And what is the amount? 1,000. 1,000 amount to be debited and 1,000 is credited. Okay. And it is a continuation. Amount, debit amount, credit amount, LF and date particulars. So afterwards, January 8, furniture purchased. So we should analyze the transaction. Furniture purchase. They specifically mention what they purchased. They purchased furniture. So one account is affected here, that is what? Furniture. To purchase furniture we have to pay cash. So another account affected here is what? Cash. Okay. So furniture and cash. This furniture, whether it is furniture is asset or a liability or any other type of account, you can say furniture is asset account, comes under asset. Furniture is asset. Okay, and machinery is also comes under asset. So cash is also asset. Let's analyze this transaction. Furniture increased or decreased? When we purchase furniture, our furniture in our organization, furniture account shows increased value. So here furniture shows increased value. So cash is also comes under asset account. To purchase furniture, we have to pay cash. So our cash shows decreased value. Then apply the rule. Furniture account shows increase, means increases in asset is to be debited. Increases in asset is to be debited and decreases in asset is to be credited. So we should write the debit aspect in the first line. Date January 8. January 8, which account is shows increased value? Furniture. So furniture account debited to cash account. To cash account. So in bracket, how we can write the narration? Furniture purchased for cash, or purchased furniture for cash. And what is the amount? 5,000. We should not write anything in the LF column, that is ledger folio column. And the next transaction, purchased goods from Rahul, rupees 15,000. In the previous class, I told that when person name comes in the sentence, means when person name comes in the transaction, then that transaction is considered as a credited transaction. What is that? It is a credit transaction. So when we purchase anything based on credit, then one person came to the organization, that person is called as creditors because he is a liability for the organization. That creditor is considered as a liability. It is a responsibility for the organization. So responsibility means what? Today or tomorrow we have to pay that amount to that entity, to that organization. So that's why that is considered as a liabilities or a responsibility for the organization. So purchased goods from Rahul. Here Rahul is considered as creditor. We should specify the name in the journal entry because we have to post that journal entry. We have to transfer that journal entry into the individual account, that is Rahul's account or any Ram's account or any other person XYZ like that. So purchased goods, that is considered as purchases account itself. Purchase account. So one account affected here is what? In that transaction, purchase, and one more account is Rahul's account because Rahul is considered as a creditor. Rahul is considered as what? Creditor for the business. So creditor means what? It is a liability. So creditor comes under liabilities account. Say for example, sold goods to Rahul, then it is also considered as credit transaction, but that at that time Rahul is considered as a debtor. Means at that time Rahul is considered as asset of the organization because we sold to Rahul on credit transaction. So in the near future we will receive some amount from Rahul. That's why he is considered as asset. So he is considered as a debtor for the organization. Debtor is always comes under asset account. So here creditor is comes under liabilities account. Why? Because we have to, means organization, Haripreet have to pay that much amount, means 15,000 amount to Rahul in the near future. So it is considered as liability. So creditors always comes under liability. Debtor always comes under asset account. So here purchase is considered as expense. Purchase what? It is expense. Increase in expense. Increases in expense. What is the rule? Increases in expense is to be debited. Increases in expense is to be debited. And Rahul is considered as creditor because we purchased goods on credit base. Salake goods ana purchase madideve. That's why it is considered as what? Purchased goods on credit. Okay, it is purchased on credit base. So that person is called as a creditor for the organization. So who is that? Who is the creditor? Rahul is creditor. So increases in liability. So increases in liability is to be credited. Increases in liability is to be credited. So one account is debited here and another account is credited here. So we should write debit aspect in the first line and the credit aspect in the second line. So how we can record this transaction in the book, in the journal book? January 10, in the first line we should write the debit aspect. Which account is debited here? Purchases account. Purchases account debited to Rahul's account. Rahul's account. Say for example, this transaction, if just assume that purchased goods from Rahul for cash. Then here Rahul, instead of Rahul we should write cash, because that transaction is considered as cash transaction. So that's why we should record that transaction as purchases account debited to cash account. But here that transaction clearly gives, or we can analyze that transaction as that transaction is what? Credit transaction. So that transaction is considered as credit transaction. So purchases account debited to Rahul's account. So narration, how we can write? Purchased or goods purchased on credit. Goods purchased on credit. Then we should total the account, total the debit column, and we should total credit amount column. So 1,65,000 plus 20,000 plus 10,000 plus 1,000 and plus 5,000, 2,16,000. The thing is, both means debit amount column and credit amount column must be get same value, means must be tally 2,16,000. So this is very simple. Just we should know how to analyze the transaction. Before analyzing the transaction, we should be able to find out the two accounts involved in a transaction. We should able to find out whether the transaction is affected to account or more than that. Then we can easily analyze the transaction, like whether it is increased or decreased, and we can easily classify the accounts also, whether furniture is related to asset or expenses or liabilities or revenues or capital. Same way cash is comes under which account. We can easily identify the accounts, we can easily classify the accounts after if we are able to analyze the transaction and identify the accounts, and if we are able to classify the accounts, and then we can easily apply the rule. We should learn, we should study clearly about the rules of debit and credit. If we are very familiar with the rules of debit and credit, then we can easily pass the journal entries in the books of journal. Thank you for watching this video.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.